Welcome to week 26, assignment 2 for the downloaded version of PowerPoint. And what we're going to be doing this week is making a PowerPoint about the order of operations in math. And then we are going to animate them so that they all come in. So kind of like the smoking one, because it has to come in order. But we're going to do a couple other things that might be a little bit different than what we've done. So to start out with, you just open up PowerPoint and create a new presentation. You'll probably have two boxes. You can keep one, get rid of both of them, but basically all I'm doing is I'm going to go to insert a text box. And I'm going to draw a text box because I want to put a background on my slide. And you'll see why in a minute. So we're going to call this, the background is going to be please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Hopefully you guys all know what that means. So I'm going to highlight it and I'm going to go right next to it. I'm going to copy it and then I'm going to hit Control V. Sorry, hit the wrong button. Okay, Control V, and then I'm going to go here and I'm going to hit Control V, and then I'm going to go here and hit Control V. So I'm clicking, and whenever I get to a stopping point, all right, I'm going to highlight this and see how this is left hand. So I have some room over here. I can have it centered so that there was room in both sides. I can have right so that all the room was over here. Or I can do this one, which is called justify, and it means it goes from one end to the other. Okay, so I'm going to just click. And all I'm doing is clicking and then hitting Control V so that it fills up my background. Oops, well, I didn't hit the right button. Okay, and now I'm just going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to highlight all of this. I can either click, hold, and drag or hit Control A, and then I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put my cursor there, and I'm going to hit V, Control V, and then I'm going to do it again, hit Control V, and it's going to go way too far down, but that's fine. All right, so now you can see that your background is this. And the reason why is that because when you're looking at a PowerPoint or something and you're trying to get a point across, you want to give them hints, you want to talk to them, you want to keep them interested. But this is really, really dark. It would be really hard to do. So what I want to do is I'm just going to click anywhere in here and I'm going to hit Control A, which will select it all. And I'm going to go up here to the font and I'm going to choose a really light color. I would say it has to be in one of these first two So, I mean, if you want it to be on the blue side, you can click there. And now it's just very subtle. It's right behind everything. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert a symbol, I mean not a symbol, a shape. And we're going to, what does the P stand for? It stands for parentheses. So if you go to this one, and I can draw, it kind of looks like a parenthesis, and I can turn it. All right, and then I'm going to go to Insert Text Box. Don't know why it came all the way down here, but all right. So we're going to insert text box, and we're going to draw a text box. We're going to put the word parentheses, and I'm going to, well, first of all, I'm going to make my box a little smaller. Just makes it easier to maneuver. We're going to turn it, and we're going to put it right on top of here. So now if I put my cursor right inside and I hit Control A, or if I just select this, what we want to do is I'm going to select this to white. We're going to go to Arial Black. Make it a little bigger, and maybe we'll make it like 24. And that looks like it might work, right? All right, so now this is where it gets interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the top, and then we're going to hold the Shift key down and select the bottom. And then up here under Format, you should have Merge Shapes, and we should have Subtract. Okay, so that is the backwards way to do it. So we're going to select the parentheses first, and then hold the Shift key and go to Format, Merge, Subtract. So now if you would make this really, really big, you can see that it took the word out. So I can actually see the background, and it moves around in here. So it's kind of cool. There's lots of uses for it, but we're making it work for this one. All right, so now there's the P. So now the next thing we're going to do is an E. We're just going to insert a text box. Oops. And we're going to put an E. We're going to make it let's go as big as it can go. And we're going to make it Arial Black. And we're going to go underneath it now. I'm going to change it back to maybe 18. And we're going to put in excuse. Okay, and this can go pretty much wherever you want it to be. All right, so please excuse my, so we're at multiplication. So we're going to insert a shape. And if you look here, it does have all of these. So we're going to do a multiplication. And we're going to... And I can make these any color I want. So if I wanted to, I could click up here and I could make this one orange if that's what I wanted to do. We're going to insert a text box. We're going to call it multiplication. We're going to turn it. We're going to make this a little smaller. All right. Click in here. I'm going to make it maybe 28. Probably can be a little bigger. I'll let you play around with it. And then I'm going to make it Arial black. Oh, way too big now. And we'll go with 24, I guess. All right. Same thing. I'm going to select the back. I'm going to hold the Shift key, select the front. I'm going to go to Format, Merge Shape, Subtract. So now it is just like the other one. The good thing with this is that if I move it up, down, whatever, it's going to resize it automatically. So we're just going to make this maybe over here. Okay, so now we're at, please excuse my deer. So we need to insert a shape. We're going to be doing basically the same thing. I'm going to insert a text box. We're going to call it division. I'm going to make it Arial black. I'll make it maybe 32. I'll move it. I'm going to have this one selected. Hold down the Shift key, select the division sign, go up here to Format, Merge Shape, Subtract. Oh, I did it backwards again. Sorry, that was my fault. So click the division sign first, then click Division. Then we'll go to Format, Merge, Subtract. So it does matter in what order you do it. All right, so then we have Insert Shape, and we'll go with the plus sign, and I'll change it to black just to make it different. And then I will insert a text box. And we're going to call it addition. I'll change it to white just so that I can see it. I'll change it to Arial black. The reason I'm using Arial black, guys, is because it's just a big font that will, when you put these together, so I'm going to put my addition sign and then my addition, but when you put them together, it brings out more of it so that it can go from there. All right, and then you need to watch the second video to finish it up.